yeah. Come on in. So that was a hornet clearwing moth. I'll go back next year and see if I can see them again now. Interesting. Oh! Hello, Garden Shed Naturalists. Welcome back to the shed. Now, it's been a long time since the last time we met here in the shed. And the last time we met, COVID was still in full swing, but hopefully now COVID is gone. And now that COVID is gone, I was thinking I'd really like to do some days out. I want to leave the shed, I'm getting itchy feet, I want to see some things, I want to go on a voyage of discovery. And I thought, well, if I'm going to go on some days out, why don't I take you with me? I thought that'd be a brilliant idea. What do you think?
Yeah, I want to go. Let's get going.
I'd like to go.
We want to go.
I'd like to go.
I'd like to go. Oh, yes.
Yay! Brilliant. So, I thought if I'm going to go on some days out, then I may as well start with a cracker. Cracker. So, I thought I'd go on a nice long journey and see some very special birds. Now, I will show you on this map. Let me put my goggle bins on because I'm getting old. I can't read without my glasses anymore. And on this map, as you can see, this is Britain. This is where we are. So I am here in Gloucestershire, around about the River Severn. But to see these birds, I'm going to have to travel all the way up the country to here, to Northumberland, the land of Ant and Deck. Are you up for it? Brilliant. So let me get everything ready. I've got my glasses. I need to put my hat on. That one will blow off because we're going to have to go on a boat. So, that's a good seafaring hat. I like that one. Right. I'll get a fleece on the way through the house. Okay, are you ready to go? Let's go. And so after a long journey, we find ourselves in this lovely little seaside town of Sea Houses. And we're going to need to get on a boat because we're going over there to the Farne Islands. The islands are about 2 miles off the shore.
And it's a lovely day to be on the sea. Ahar.
Closer to the islands now, and you can see there's birds everywhere. Birds on the water, birds flying in the sky, birds swimming, birds floating, birds flying, birds just about getting out of the way. Whoa, that was a close shave.
Flaming tourists, which way you going? You almost had me right in the booty.
The Farne Islands are a collection of about 20 islands. Some are relatively big and some are very small. On a tiny outcrop of rock, we can see these European shag, Phylacrocorax aristotelis, and when the sun catches their feathers, you can see how the iridescent green really helps to camouflage them when they're on the rocks. This time of year, these and their cousins, the great cormorant, Phylacrocorax carbo, are likely to be the biggest birds we'll see out here, except maybe for these great black-backed gulls, Larus marinus. Now, I'm sure you've all seen seagulls at home, but these ones hang around mainly on the coast, and they're the size of a small goose. As we cross the Staple Sound towards Staple Island, the sound of the birds calling becomes louder and louder. And here we are, Staple Island. This really is an experience. There are birds everywhere, above us and below. Every available piece of space is taken up. On the lower rocks, we can see Kittiwakes, Rissa tridactyla. Their black legs, pale grey wings, yellow bill, and barely visible red ring around the eye, they're easy to tell apart from other gulls that we see elsewhere, like herring gulls or lesser blackbacks. But their most distinguishing feature is the noise they make. Kittiwake is an onomatopoeic name, which means they're named after the noise they make, and you can hear them. Kittiwake! Kittiwake! On the very top of Staple Island, we can see these black and white birds. Any guesses what they are?
Oh, they look like penguins.
Good guess, but nope, they're not penguins.
All right then, clever clogs, tell us what they are then.
These are Guillemots, Uria algae.
Well, they're probably related to penguins then.
No. Our planet, the Earth, is split into two halves by the equator. There's the north and the south. In the south we have penguins, and in the north we have auks. People think these are related only because of their black and white colour and because they walk upright, but there's no evidence in the fossil record to suggest that they're even closely related. This is what we call convergent evolution. Now, convergent evolution is where two species can share characteristics without being related. This is because both species are subjected to the same kinds of environmental pressure, and not because they have the same kinds of genetics. These pressures may be things like finding mates, finding food or avoiding being eaten, or keeping warm or cool depending on the environment. Penguins and auks have evolved to be dark above and light below because this makes it harder for predators and their prey to see them when they're in the water. In the same way, both penguins and auks have evolved that bottle-like shape because they need to move under the water quickly to find food and to avoid being eaten, and this means they have to be streamlined. Being this shape also allows these birds to have a large crop which they can fill with fish, which they then bring back to the nest to feed their babies. If you think hard enough, you can find loads of animals at sea that are dark above and white below and that are streamlined. Here's a few examples. Another member of the auk family that I've just spotted is this Razorbill, Alcatorda. They're very similar to Guillemots, but they have a much stouter bill with a white stripe heading towards their eye. Ooh, look at this little chap having a snooze. I think this might be an example of the bird that I've come here specifically to see. Let's see if we can find some that are a little more awake. Now, being this close to the island really is an experience for all the senses, the sights, the sounds, and the smell.
Very, very smelly.
Well, it's time to leave Staple Island and head somewhere else. What a beautiful view of the mainland. I think that might be Banbury Castle. I wonder if they know they're being watched. Oh, I think we're being watched too, by these Atlantic grey seals, Halicoerus gripus.
With the oldest recorded females in the farm reaching 46 years of age. The life expectancy...
But these aren't the only mammals that we might see out here. Oh, look, the two-legged kind. I wonder if they wave back. Yay! I spots an island with a bit more green. There we stands a chance of finding the birds I'm looking for. And there they be. Look at them up there all over the rocks. Do you know what they are? That's right, they're Atlantic puffins, Fratercula arctica. And the reason they like those greener islands, you can see up there, look, all those burrows in which they lay their chicks to keep them safe. They're not going to be that safe, though, with those great big black-backed gulls lurking around everywhere.
I can't see any today, but another burrowing animal that you can sometimes see on the island is the rabbit, Eryctolagus caniculus. Puffins have made the most of this fairly new arrival to the islands by using the rabbits' burrows instead of digging their own. Puffins mate for life, and when they return, the rabbits are rudely kicked out of their burrows so that the puffins can use them once again. However, the rabbits have also caused problems on the island. Puffins make a burrow only around about 3 feet deep, whereas rabbits make extensive warrens, and this has caused soil on some of the islands to erode and in worst cases wash off.
This may mean that some species can no longer nest here, like this Arctic tern, which likes to lay its eggs in low-lying vegetation and scrapes in the soil.
And may one day become a massive problem for puffins if there's no soil left for them to burrow. It's not certain how rabbits arrived on the island. They most certainly didn't swim, and so it's most likely that monks brought them here during pilgrimages as a source of food.
Typical. Blame me for everything, won't you?
Now, looking down in the water here, you can see that it's not just the rocky islands that are teeming with life.
Under the surface, I can see things moving.
I think they're cone jellyfish. Look at them.
See those white things that are swimming?
I think they're
Oh, there's one. There's one. Can you see it?
Well, it's time to head back to the mainland. What a fantastic trip this has been.
Let's talk to her last.
Solar power in 1996.
And then just when you think the day can't get any better, there's one more special surprise. Dolphins. These are bottlenose dolphins, Tursiops truncatus. Let's just hang around and watch them for a bit. Magnificent.
Oh my god. Go to the dolphins, Sandra.
Unfortunately, we can't stay out here forever, and it's time to head back. My parking's almost up.
Oh, what a brilliant trip that was. I really enjoyed that. God, I'm flipping knackered now. I'm ready for bed. Well, I hope you enjoyed it too. And if you did, I hope you give me a little like. And I hope to see you in the shed again soon. You take care, everybody. See you next time.